What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I'm Abe. This is EVE Online, and just to keep things interesting, or at least to make them a little bit more interesting, I know that this mission, we're about to do mission 7 of the Minmatar epic arc, and all it is going to the next agent and reporting in to them. So that doesn't sound very interesting, but I found that you can actually read, there's information in each of these three things. So I figured while we jump, I'll read through these, learn a little bit more of the backstory, and yeah, we can go from there. So I'll accept remotely, but before I do, let's read what it says. So, excellent, you're back. Firstly, I have an update on the documents you recovered. The Thucker and Crucible have flown in analysts to go over the copies. It may take some time to sift through the data and find the fresh leads, but I'm confident they'll find something useful in there. In the meantime, I have something else for you to do. I've made a few arrangements with the RSS and convinced them to let you continue to work on this Wildfire Kumok business. Officially, you will be acting as the RSS liaison for the Brutor tribe, but in reality, you'll be on the front line working for both of us to figure out what's going on. You're our go-to guy for this one, and you got that job based on my recommendation. Don't make me look bad, alright? I've been asked to point you towards Corporal Nilf Abruskur, who you can find in the system of Aldrad, Metropolis. I don't know the guy, but I do know the RSS, and my advice is not to trust them too much. In fact, part of the reason I recommended you for this job was because I know I can rely on your judgment. That, and you know how to deliver results. I want you to keep an eye on this RSS operation. My gut still tells me that they're keeping something from us. I suppose we'll see. Alright, so I'll accept remotely. I'll undock. This is the last ship that I've got to take out there. I threw my shuttle in the cargo bay, which is pretty cool that you can do that. And alright. So, we'll get ourselves going. And in the meantime, let's start with Operation Stillwater. This small data storage unit contains a swath of operational information, offering insights into an ongoing RSS investigation known as Stillwater. Although the report logs number in the hundreds of pages, a few key details become immediately apparent. The name of a highly ranked Amatar consulate official recurs frequently, and references to her as, quote, sister, reveal a secret loyalty to the Republic. Despite the prominence of this Amatar defector in the reports, her name and any other identifying details have been omitted. Page after page of the synopsis is filled with meticulous documentation of the agent's daily life. Every meeting they had, every stakeout they sat through, and every other lead they chased up. It is all here. The problem isn't the lack of detail, more the overwhelming amount of it. It will take some time to make sense of it all. Okay, so we've got this, seems like a double agent and or a defector. Alright, we'll get ourselves going to the next gate there. Report R0819560. This data fragment was pulled from an RSS radio telescope. It appears to just be one part of a larger intelligence dossier. The consulate is able to, of course, but I'm confident that the current situation won't escalate. Even still, we need to keep pushing for the location of the unidentified encryption string undecipherable. The Angels have smelled Jovian involvement and are now throwing all kinds of ISK around to catch up to us. They will eventually. Don't doubt it. I almost wish Bufin sold us out to them, and in the end they'd realize there was nothing of value to them here and screw off. But then I guess anything we value, they'll want to lord over us too. I've noticed a few people of theirs are assigned to me too. I'll be taking slightly longer to get to our meetings as a result. I don't want to be leading them anywhere we don't want. She asked to meet Bufin again today, by the way, and again I had to explain the risks and make her promise to lie low. I'm not completely trusting. Oh, let's get ourselves warping. I'm not completely trusting that she will let me handle things. She needs to keep up her public appearances in court, not go off meeting Galentian historians in secret. Her career would be over in a second if we got made, and I'd have serious problems of my own. She's growing increasingly frustrated, though, so we may have to look into some kind of arrangement. Surely we can set up a secure FTL line for them both. I know how to do it myself. I just need your clearance to proceed. Okay. Alright. Let's look at that next report. It's looking like Ella really wants to go out here. This data fragment was pulled from an RSS radio telescope. It appears to be just one part of a larger communication. The intended recipient is unknown, but it is presumably someone within the upper echelons of the Republic Security Services. You dare try to cut me out of the loop again? Or I guess you dare try to cut me out of the loop again. If you wanted to run operations without me knowing or caring, then you should have brought in someone with half my skill. I've given 6 years of my life to this. Try that shit again and I'll be out of here. The last thing you'll see before the sip of Pator whiskey you keep in the second drawer kills you will be me waving a wildfire kumak on the Scope News. Okay. I didn't catch most of that one, but somebody... it sounds like somebody tried to cut this individual out. Alright, well, we're going to keep going. And once we talk to this NILF individual, then we'll complete the mission, and that will be that. I'll let the video run until we get there, and we can see what the next sort of bridging contextual gap is, or text is. Now that's cool. Republic fleet running around in what looks like, I think that's a tornado, maybe a maelstrom. It's neat that they put that kind of information in here. So it's not just like you grab these things that have no interest whatsoever. They're just little icons that you're carrying around, but instead they actually have, I don't know, further information. I think that's cool. So one thing I'm thinking, depending on how much money I end up getting out of all of this, is if my alt gets their faction up to standing 5 with Brutor Tribe through doing this as a secondary on, this person's run through, maybe I'll have them, if the money's good, maybe I'll have them do the same thing over, and I'll just be the muscle for most of those missions. And I can just do them twice every 3 months. And that would be kind of cool. It would be pretty sad if it took you more than 6 hours to... I guess if you accepted it and then left, you'd miss out on 1.2 million, but it seems like easy money. All you gotta do is fly somewhere. So this little mission that takes us to talk to a new agent starts where it kicks off chapter 2 of the epic arc here. So the first part was, or chapter, I guess, 7 missions. Let's see. Looks like chapter 2 is 5 missions, and chapter 3 is basically 5 missions as well. Alright, so we've got 10 more missions to go. I get a kick out of this. I've also thought about maybe trying to run level 4 missions in a Sleipnir and see if that's doable. I also now have, if I can just easily skill into a I don't think that this is it's doable in a heavy assault cruiser. All right. Warp to that location. You know, I've never done an incursion either. All right, so that completed the mission, and we're on to the next one. So I won't read that here, but check into the next video, and you'll see it there. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for getting a little look at the some of the backstory that they've put in the game there, and I'll see you in the next video.